This meeting is being recorded.
So what is your name and what state do you live in?
My name is Brock Williams and I live in California.
When did your foreclosure start? Or if you had multiple foreclosures, when was the first one? And was it just on your home or was it a property that you had?
It was a property that was an investment / residential, a triplex that I lived in one unit and rented out the two other ones. And the property was sold to a third party in August of 18.
And you're
in the eviction.
You're in a non-judicial state, so that's how it works. You just get a notice on your door and then they sell it, right? Unless you can
Yeah,
get,
then
okay.
well, the notice for the third party, you have 3 days to leave. That type of notice, you mean? The unlawful detainer?
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works in the non-judicial. I know a lot of
Okay.
people complain it's not fair in the non-judicial, but I just wanted to sort of hear how.
Yeah, I mean, I got a notice of default way back in 2009 or 10, but I for almost 10 years fought a litigation battle with the revolving servicers. So that happened way back then, but the actual end final conclusion took place of an eviction of December 24th, 2018.
Forged and facially invalid assignments and endorsements have been filed and used as basis to foreclose in millions of cases. Please describe any that you or any expert investigator or witness found in your case.
There's a lot of information here. I actually have, I try to cut and paste some information out of a 2,000-page mortgage audit report, but the auditor found multiple violations on the assignment for the deed of trust, and found, let's see here. Well, the quote he actually gave was, the auditor can state without any hesitation that there is an overwhelming amount of evidence and case law which will prove the fraud in this case, because we were suing for quiet title. So the response is rather lengthy, but I don't know how much more information you want me to provide, but it's quite extensive.
Entities foreclosing are representing themselves to be trustees for trusts, yet these trusts often no longer exist or have no capacity to demand foreclosure. What, if anything, indicated to you that this was happening in your case?
Again, through the audit that I had performed, executive trustee services, the notes on the auditor was that it is definitely not the entity that shows up on record, and it surrendered its ability to do business in the state of California in 1994. So they weren't even able to conduct business in California at the time that they were acting as trustee.
Did you ever get any evidence from them that the entity foreclosing upon you was the party that was owed a debt from you? And a related question is, what was your experience in getting discovery in your case?
So APON was the servicer. A gentleman by the name of Richard Vendetti has been confirmed to no longer work as an employee for APON. APON Human Resources Department was faxed a letter for verification of employment, but they never responded. Vendetti in early 2014 showed it no longer worked there. And as far as discovery, I brought this 2,000-page report to discovery and the judge wouldn't even allow it.
That's a common experience. Did you
Yeah.
experience any other due process violations in your case that you're aware of?
I was, looking for that, and I didn't really find anything. I'm sure there is, but I'm not sure at this point.
Were you represented by an attorney?
Yes.
Did you ever experience not being able to find an attorney, or were any of the attorneys that you turned to for help disbarred? Or do you know of any attorneys that were disbarred?
I know of one attorney in Los Angeles. actually two that were, one was disbarred that got back into practice, and the other one was threatened with being disbarred.
Did you learn about any conflicting interests that the judge in your case might have, which they did not report?
No, I never investigated that.
What has been your experience in joining any class actions or multi-plaintiff actions? Or have you
None.
considered that?
No, haven't had that cross my path.
What about government programs or legal aid organizations? There was the HAMP program, and there are also, if you thought there were violations, you might have tried to report it to the FBI or your state attorney general, or what was
Yeah,
your experience?
Charles Capa helped me through the HAMP program. He's a contact through Neil Garfield, and Aquin kept losing the paperwork, so that went nowhere. The CFPB, I filed a complaint with them. Nothing happened with that. I filed a complaint with the San Jose District Attorney's Office for forgery of a notary. And they said it was out of their jurisdiction, and the same with the FBI. So I've kind of filed all these complaints everywhere.
With no result.
But no, zero.
Okay, what kind of damage to your ability to provide shelter for yourself, your reputation, your employability, health, mental health, family relationships, and or quality of life did you experience due to the predatory and illegal loan or associated fraud-based foreclosure?
So this question really resonated with me because it's never been asked before. But yeah, all the above. Depression. My wife went on antidepressants. Our marriage almost ended. We had to move out of the area, so now our commute is almost triple the time that it took before, because we kept our jobs. So, but now we have family, work, and contacts all an hour and a half away. And my family, some members turned against me and said I deserve to lose my home because I don't pay a mortgage. And I was constantly putting out fires, to stop the rumor mill of, they lost trust. I mean, so many horrible things are said about me. And then all past friendships or contacts, I don't even associate with them anymore. Because they would go to my house and say, "Oh, where did you move? Did you sell your property?" I'm like, "Well, not. Yeah, we moved, but we didn't." I just made up some excuse and constantly had to just make up a story because I just couldn't be bothered trying to explain anything.
Yeah, that you probably felt very hurt, I imagine.
And they think that, I bought a house here. Luckily, we got into this house. But they, people think, "Oh, you must have made a killing on your other place." And that's a hard pill to swallow.
So, so you lost the however much the house was worth. It felt like you were being robbed of that, I imagine.
Oh, that still haunts me to today. I mean, if I would have had the equity in that home now, our lives would be much different. We're still super wise with our money, and we don't buy the things that, like, oh, well, let's put that off. But I mean, the house now is worth 1.8 million. I only paid $790 for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, thank you. Is there any final statement, like about what you'd like to see come from this?
I don't really sure exactly what to say to that, other than this is the first time I've ever had anyone ask me to answer questions like this. Are you able to provide anything on your own side as to what the direction might be? I mean, it would be great to get this in front of somebody who cares. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, we've been already talked to Congress. We are hoping to get it before the FBI or the OAG. And so, and also, of course, the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. So I'm going to end the recording. Thank you very much.